Here's our story of the Sonic movie 1995.
We open with Josh Pinsky, 12 years old, reading a school paper aloud to his class about a test pilot who was killed in an explosion trying to break the speed barriers, named Sonic. There's one problem. Josh's paper isn't finished, so he's rattling off his presentation largely from memory, and this is obvious to Josh's teacher, who tells him that if he doesn't finish the paper, he has no choice but to call his parents. Later that night, Josh eats dinner with his divorcee father, Hal, who's an unemployed computer genius. As they finish, Hal tells Josh that he's going out to find a rare computer part and not to touch his latest and greatest invention, the XRI, which stands for Extremely Radical Intelligence because this movie was made in the 90s, and of course that's what it stands for. The XRI is a machine that uses artificial intelligence and holograms to do some pretty incredible computing. Of course, Josh messes with it, asking it to finish his paper, but it doesn't. Josh, with no interest in doing his homework, plugs in his Sega Saturn and starts playing his copy of Sonic X-treme. Eventually, Sonic stops responding to Josh's controls, and through the use of the XRI finds his way out of the game and into the real world as a fully CGI character. In the commotion, Sonic's arch-nemesis, the evil Dr. Robotnik, and his goons escape from the game as well. Sonic gives them chase but fails, realizing that his powers get weaker the longer he's in the real world. Hal returns home to an apartment in ruin and a destroyed XRI machine. Josh's mom, Lisa, stops by and finds the apartment in its current state and immediately starts arguing with Hal. Josh tries to tell them that burglars broke in, but neither of them are buying it. Josh winds up back at Lisa's house and Sonic tracks him down. He tells Josh that the 7 Chaos Emeralds exist in the real world, hidden in ordinary rocks. The duo wind up finding a Chaos Emerald, Sonic regains his strength and lets Josh harness just some of the power of the Emerald to help him finish his paper. Meanwhile, Dr. Robotnik sets up a shell company called Shady Corporation and uses it to buy an abandoned amusement park which he renames Botnik Land. Hal winds up getting employed by Shady Corporation as the park's main research and development designer, and that's not by accident. Robotnik wants to use a combination of the now-fixed XRI machine and the Chaos Emeralds to digitize the 7 wonders of the world, and he also wants to use the XRI to make a holographic ride to draw attendance to Botnik Land. Opening day comes and it's a rousing success because Dr. Robotnik made everything in the park free, so of course, kids flock to it. Josh and Sonic inspect the holographic ride and they discover that the kids who go on the ride fall under Robotnik's control and are replaced with identical replica robots called Kinderbots. These captive children are also enlisted in the search of the Chaos Emeralds for Dr. Robotnik. Josh and Sonic also discovered that Robotnik's digitizing of the wonders of the world is that so people will visit the park instead of the actual landmarks, making Robotnik filthy rich. Sonic gets captured by the bully bots, but Josh manages to escape and tries to tell Hal that Robotnik is evil. The Kinderbots eventually return home and do everything their parents say, from chores to eating their vegetables and doing their homework. This obviously horrifies Josh, and he concocts a plan to get Robotnik to return to Sonic X-treme by using Sonic as bait. Josh rescues Sonic and Robotnik follows them. A chase and battle ensue before Josh activates the XRI and warps all 3 of them into the game world. Josh and Sonic together manage to defeat Robotnik, and Sonic decides to stay in the game, knowing that his world needs him there to stop Robotnik's evil schemes. Josh returns home and Hal states that the XRI is too dangerous to ever be used again. So instead of destroying it because they wouldn't be able to make any sequels after that, Josh just puts it away and that satisfies Hal. The film ends with Josh returning to play Sonic X-treme when he notices Sonic wink at him through the screen. Josh smiles, and the movie ends. This